Yesterday, a Russian spy ship was spotted off the coast of the UK, north of Scotland. This Russian spy ship even pointed lasers at RAF pilots that were trying to intercept it and see what was going on. But of course, Britain, being the most powerful, strong country that they are, they had Defense Secretary John Healey saying that the British forces were ready to fight them.
A Russian spy ship, the Yantar, is on the edge of UK waters north of Scotland, having entered the UK's wider waters over the last few weeks. This is a vessel designed for gathering intelligence and mapping our undersea cables. We deployed a Royal Navy frigate and RAF P-8 planes to monitor and track this vessel's every move, during which the Yantar directed lasers at our pilots. That Russian action is deeply dangerous, and this is the second time this year that this ship, the Yantar, has deployed to UK waters. So my message to Russia and to Putin is this: we see you, we know what you're doing, and if the Yantar travels south this week, we are ready.
So of course, giving this brave threat here, I've heard reports that Putin is shaking in his boots visibly, okay, from the UK wanting to invade them. But of course, the UK barely have a military, guys. I mean, the military in the UK now has been so infected by the woke virus that they have so many DEI hires, I'm sure they can't even get a military working properly. But if there was any reason for Putin to not be scared, look at this. It says the HMS Chiddingfold and the HMS Bangor collide off the docks of Bahrain on the 18th of January last year. It says British Defense Secretary Grant Shapps recently boasted about how the UK can make up for its catastrophically low military recruitment numbers with a can-do attitude. Look at this. They can't even get enough numbers to serve in the UK military, and now their boats are crashing into each other. Once the greatest navy in the entire world, the British Navy, now they can't even stop colliding with each other because they don't know where the hell they're going. You think the Russians are afraid of this? I think obviously it's a ruse as well by the woke left to try and fight Russia, because we know that Trump is friends with Putin now. They're making deals together. Trump wants Putin to be an ally. You saw in World War II that Russia and America came together. So I don't know exactly why they're trying to fight off Russia at every single turn. It seems like they're not really an issue right now. It seems like the issue would be the Chinese government that are spying on everybody and a host of other countries that are trying to destroy the Western world. On top of the UK being completely decimated by Russia and bringing in digital ID, here we have Jordan Peterson berating the UK and everything that they do as well. Jordan Peterson, a well-known character and philosopher and psychologist, talking about the UK eating itself and destroying itself.
I don't know if you guys in the UK understand how sad it is for us in Canada and in the United States to watch what you're doing to yourself. I mean, the UK is a great country. When I go there, I go to Oxford, I go to Cambridge, to these remarkable places in London, see your unbelievable deep history, understand how much the world owes the UK in terms of, say, the establishment of common law and decent government everywhere, including places like India. We owe the UK such an immense debt. And to watch you guys like spiral yourselves into the ground for this idiot, weak political correctness that's gone so far that you can allow your working class women to be raped en masse sadistically and say nothing about it and gaslight people who are telling the truth. It's so sickening. It's so demoralizing. It's almost unspeakable. We all pray, hope and pray here in Canada and the US that you get your act together and grow some spine again and put your damn country back together and stand up to these bloody psychopathic bullies and the woke green mob, because it would be a dreadful shame to lose you.
100% agree with everything he says there. Elon Musk said that civil war in Britain is inevitable. It's just a matter of when. And this is a scary thought to think, like, the government, people don't even know what the government even is. It's just a group of people, a group of 100 or 200 people in Ireland telling us, the public, what to do. They're just making rules for us on the daily. They're bringing in new draconian laws, authoritarian laws to completely control us. And we don't want to be controlled in Ireland, okay? Neither do the British, guys. Neither do the US people, neither do people in Canada. And these elites are bringing in these rules. They don't have the power. We have the power. We have the majority of people. Us to just accept these laws in power is just ridiculous, guys. We have to stand up, vote in for new change, and push back against this woke destruction. The UK is a disaster. I mean, the crime is through the roof. They have small boats coming over invading them. It's just a disaster. That place is just finished if they don't get their act together soon. I think it is already finished though. I made a video a couple of days ago saying how the UK is officially finished, and I stand by that. Just a little bit of a change of topic here. It says Larry Summers started a class at Harvard by admitting he is in the Epstein files, the Jeffrey Epstein sort of files, and that he will finish teaching the class before his resignation. Okay, so he just got word today that Donald Trump, of course, is releasing the Epstein files, and he, Larry Summers, is one of the people that is actually in the Epstein files. But he's going to, finish off the class with a lecture. It's pretty crazy, guys. Let's listen.
Some of you will have seen my statement of regret, expressing my shame with respect to what I did in communication with Mr. Epstein, and that I've said that I'm going to step back from public activity for a time, but I think it's very important to fulfill my teaching obligations. And so, with your permission, we're going to go forward and talk about the material in the class.
So yeah, basically openly admitting that he went to a child sex ring, some crazy, weird island that, Epstein owned, and that he brought people over. God knows what he was doing there. Nobody actually knows what Jeffrey Epstein was doing. Okay, it's all kind of under wraps. It's all swept underneath the carpet. He got murdered before it could actually go to trial. But this kind of reminds me of like the lectures that I had in college, and it's kind of just weird that we have these lecturers preaching to us about these different topics in colleges when we just have to accept that they're this know-it-all entity. Like I had this one lecturer who hated Donald Trump. I told the story before when she ran into the classroom in 2016 when he got elected, and she was crying. She was morbidly obese. She couldn't even run up the stairs, and just a really just shit show of a class that woman was in a local school in Galway, in a local college in Galway. And she used to teach just like nonsense classes, just like bullshit classes, like ethics and all, all this bullshit. Like she was a sort of moral superiority in the world. When she wasn't at all, guys, she wasn't at all. It seems like in these college lecture halls, we just have to accept this left-wing woke ideology. We have to accept these lectures and everything that they say as like religion. You could never really push back against this woman because she would shut you down. She would give you low grades in your tests, even though every other class you got high grades or at least B to A's like I did, or B's to C's. She would give you a low D. Like every single time you would debate some topic with her, you could see that she was visibly upset. It was just a ridiculous situation, guys. And now we just have to accept all this rhetoric that these lectures tell us. And college mainly is this breeding ground for the woke mind virus, as Elon Musk calls it, guys. College is this breeding ground for this crazy ideology. And it must be stopped, guys. Must be pushed back against. Hopefully we can make most of the colleges in Ireland more conservative, more forward thinking, but in a logical manner, not just crazy progressiveness as the left call it. But it's not really progressiveness, it's more of a woke ideology that they're pushing, degeneracy that they're pushing, right? Let me know your thoughts on that, about college lecture halls as well. I thought that was a pretty interesting video because we just accept now what these lecturers say. We just accept what these college people say. We accept now what the government says. We have to accept everything that everybody says. But we don't get a chance to question anything anymore. And I always was taught as a younger kid, my family, my good teachers would tell me, question everything, always question things. Don't be just so quick to accept the narrative. Don't be so quick to accept the status quo. Question why this person is doing this thing and make an actual logical position for yourself. I love you guys all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today for just €3 per month. I have new membership videos every single day, more censored videos, so check them out there. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.